Alrighty. Hello. Thank you all for joining me today. My name is John Foster from Play Attention, and we're going to be discussing my mind, body, and ADHD. And so I would like to first take a moment to say thank you to all those first responders out there, everyone who's on the first line, on those front lines. And thank you for doing your part as well at home, because, it's very important to know that, you're not stuck at home, you're safe at home, helping everyone get through this so that we're going to be able to get back to our normal lives, back into a routine. And, during this time while you're at home, we're going to focus on how you can better yourself, be able to still be able to work out your body without the gym, but also be able to train your mind. So whenever you're back in school, back in work, that you've used this time to better yourself. And so today we're going to be discussing. Let's get back one. Today we're going to be discussing how to maintain a nutritional diet, the importance of exercising regularly, practicing mindfulness, staying on track, and then as well strengthening your executive function. And so everything that we're discussing, you'll be able to do from the comfort of your own home. And so I know these times are kind of challenging. Everyone's working from home, either homeschooling from home, kids are about, but with just a small piece of floor, you'll be able to get everything that you need to do done, so you can still maintain your best self, making sure that you're able to get all your tasks done and maintain that overall happy mood, because these are some stressful times, but knowing that you'll be able to get through it, and at the end of the day that you'll be able to better yourself and be happy for others. And so as we begin, let's discuss, what are your superpowers? For myself, as an adult with ADHD, I have the ability to be able to hyper-focus. I'm very creative, and I'm able to take on several tasks and ensure those tasks get done on time. But if y'all can see the chat at the very bottom of the screen, I would just like to know, what are some of your superpowers? Are you a good leader, good manager? What are some of the things you're going through right now? Right, see, a good listener. Right. I see people are very energetic. Okay. Let's see. Determined. Scott said he was determined. Yes, that's a good one. And so, yeah, these are some great, superpowers. We're all individual. We all have, resilient, caring. Yes, these are all great, great, traits that we have. And it's very important that each day that we're able to start our day being determined, being caring, resilient, energetic, creative. And so it's very important that in order to be your best self, that you're maintaining that healthy diet, maintaining that exercise regularly, so that you're able to be super all the time. And so, especially during these times while you're at home, we understand that this is going to be challenging, but we're going to be able to offer you some helpful tips and advice. And at any point in time, if you have questions, just please chat in the box. If I can't get to it right now in the webinar, I'll happily be able to answer your question at the very end through an email. And so as well, so once again, those superpowers, we just want to make sure that you stay super. All right. And so your diet and ADHD, why is that important? And so for myself, for the longest time, I didn't understand the importance of eating those 3 meals a day, having that breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But after studying, doing more research, and as an adult, and understanding that, your diet affects your overall mood, and it affects your energy level. It affects the way you get your tasks done, how you interact with other people, even making future decision makings. And so it's very important that you maintain a healthy diet. And beforehand, I actually saw it before this, the situation where I was staying at home more. I was not eating as healthy as I should. Being able to go out to eat was very convenient. New restaurants opening, being able to go out and try. And so during this time, I really want to focus on staying at home, focusing on cooking different meals that are going to be healthy, because understanding that, that your diet is such an important and integral part of your day, having that, practicing those good diet habits will make sure that you're having good days, and those good days turn into habits. And so then you're having good weeks and overall improving your productivity. And so it's also important to note that, we want you to change for the better. And so I was a very big, I would say, coffee drinker, as much would say. In the office, man, it's hard to say, but I would say I would go through about maybe 6 cups a day, which is really not good for me. Unfortunately, that was just, how I felt like I was able to stay productive, stay energized. And during this time, I really wanted to see, can I limit my coffee intake? that first week working from home, I couldn't imagine I couldn't, fathom all those times I went up to the coffee maker to make another pot of coffee. And so I really wanted to sit down, think of what are some healthier alternatives while I'm at home that I can be able to help impact my body in a positive way. And so these are just some things that you can change and be able to try at home, and we'll be able to go over all of these. And so one of the biggest ones is a healthy beverage alternative, that's to sugary drinks and caffeine. This was a big one for me, but as well, you can try looking into kombucha or tea. That's going to be a very interesting one. I even started growing my own SCOBY, and so hopefully I'll be able to show what I have in a couple of, I think it's about a month, show you the results of that. Then we're going to discuss about cooking around the world. Just because you're staying safe at home doesn't mean that your taste buds have to. You can have them go out and explore different parts of the world, all from the comfort of your own home. And as well, water break often. It's very important that you're staying hydrated. I didn't realize the importance of drinking all that water to counter out that coffee until I'm working at home, realizing how jittery I am. I can't really go to the gym, knowing that it's important to stay hydrated, to make sure that you're flushing out all those toxins, being able to feel you like your best self, and as well helps with anxiety and staying calm, so you're making those good decisions and getting those tasks done as well. And then as well, mixing it up. I would say it's very easy to get into a routine in terms of cooking those meals that are going to turn out really good or that people are going to like. But as well, you have this opportunity, you have access to either the internet or on smartphone, tablets, that you have the option to find different things to mix it up within your eating habits and your routine to get more healthier benefits. And so once again, we'll address that at the end as well. And so the benefits of kombucha and tea. And so what exactly is kombucha? So kombucha is a fermented tea drink in which there is a bacteria colony at the bottom called SCOBY. And so during the fermentation process, this SCOBY is breaking down the sugars within the tea, thus releasing those probiotics, making it very healthy. And so this is a very interesting one that I've always wanted to try because, one, you can grow your own SCOBY at home. One that also is very important to helps with the gut health, less caffeine than coffee. And then as well, they also helps boost your immune system. It is important to note that as you're drinking this kombucha, that in order to get the most of those, the healthier effects, limit yourself to 1 to 2 servings a day. So there is fermentation happening, so there is a little bit of alcohol. Not, drinking too much kombucha is going to be an alcoholic drink, but make sure that you're limiting your intake so that you're getting all the good from it. You don't want to drink too much kombucha and overpowering it. But this was a great alternative for me in terms of there's just so much that you can try. There's sweet ones, there's dry ones, fruity. Oh man, there's just endless possibilities. And beforehand, I was going to the grocery store, seeing all this variety, and was just mixing it up into my routine. Instead of getting the orange juice, milk, and coffee creamer, got some kombucha, milk, and some orange juice. And so I really started to see a change in just my overall, behavior because, one, I wasn't drinking as much coffee. I wanted to make it a point to, instead of 6 cups of coffee a day, I knocked it down to 2. And then as well, my 2 servings of kombucha. And so overall, I've seen an improvement in my gut health, improvement in my overall focus and attention because I'm not as caffeinated, as stimulated. I'm able to have conversations with coworkers. It's a really great one to just, try in your arsenal. And then as you try it, you think that you like it, it's a great activity to get with the family to try to brew your own kombucha. And as you can see, you can add your own strawberries, peaches, make your own, recipes. And so this is a great one as well to be able to provide that family activity of like, hey guys, in 30 days, you're going to be able to try our own kombucha. And so just another way, another healthy alternative to, drinking your coffee and whatnot. Let's see. And then Daryl's like, yeah, Daryl says he loves kombucha, and it's great. I didn't think I was going to like it at first because I didn't like soda because of the carbonation. This was great. It was light. It was sweet. And overall, just one of those good alternatives I've made during this time to coffee. And then as well, the benefits of tea. There's so many different teas: green tea, white tea, black tea. I could go on, but tea also offers some great benefits, some great antioxidants as well to be able to help and boost your immune system, overall help your mood, your behavior. Green tea is a great source of caffeine as well. So as you're starting to wean off coffee, go for the green tea and just start seeing those changes in your life. And so then as well, cook around the world. And so, as I mentioned before, as you're safe at home, your taste buds don't have to. I like for everyone in the chat to please type out one place you'll love to travel to if you had the chance right now. While you're stuck at home, all those places you've probably been thinking about, those cruises that were canceled, airline tickets are really cheap right now. Where would you go? I see Spain, Italy, Jamaica, oh man, Costa Rica, Japan, Turkey, Paris, Cuba. Oh man, I'm getting hungry just thinking about this. Bali, Vietnam. Oh man. See, I'm just getting so hungry thinking about this because all these places, right? Argentina. I've been to Argentina, Panama. Well, all these places, right? We can go online and look up different recipes that you can cook all from home. So all these places you want to go, you can have, a Jamaica night, Argentina night, Paris night, where you just explore different recipes that are like, part of that culture. And so I understand, different grocery stores offer different ingredients. You might need some more. You can find either substitutes or even being able to do the online shopping where just having the different spices, maybe even delivered to your door. But there's just different options to make sure that you're able to fully experience, such places. And so that's where it's like, being able to cook around the world. As well, a part of my time here, I'm doing movie night menus. Whereas like we're able to go through the different dinner and drink recipes of favorite movies like Casablanca, Breakfast at Tiffany's, and actually cook the actual dinners that were featured in these movies. And so that's where you had the ability to really explore, really broaden out, and fully, give your taste buds a whirl. And as well, while you're cooking and cooking these different recipes from these different cultures, find out, what are the health benefits? Why is this so important to the culture? And that way you can really start to study, understand. So when the time is available and you can go travel and you can try these places, you tried it before, even gave your own spin to the dish. And and the title of the book, I will give the title of the book at the end. It's called Movie Night Menus, Turn Classic Movies. And so I will give that as well at the end as well, if y'all are curious in that. But this was a great one just to really try to, broaden your taste buds. Great for, to give the children to be able to cook different, different meals that they were not normally cooking. It got me out of the routine of just eating scallops. And so just fully, embrace it and know that, the internet is a great resource if you feel like you're getting that mundane, especially being at home. It might be, might start feeling stressful or feel as if you're getting more so into a routine. Try this out. And and I'll chat. I will type out the movie name at the very end so everyone can have it. And so water break often. And so once again, I mentioned before, going from drinking a lot of coffee to switching to kombucha to drinking coffee, drinking the kombucha and tea, it's important that you're taking that water break often. And so we at the touch of our fingertips, we have phones, we have smart watches, we have, different, things at our fingertips to set alarms. And so a healthy habit that I started doing, I started simply taking a water bottle, this is a glass one, and with a marker, and start writing down different times. And so for right now, we're going to say 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. Alrighty. And so at 2 o'clock, I also have an alarm already set on my phone. But at 2 o'clock, my phone's going to go off. I also will know, okay, I need to drink this much water. And so quickly, I'm getting into that routine. And so it's great to be able to go on these water breaks often because, one, it's not just drinking water to hydrate. You're giving your brain a break. You're taking a break from work, being able to stand up, being able to stretch, being able to just, get back to the norm and be able to regain that focus. And so during this water break, to have it outside, go on the balcony, just enjoy some sunlight, put it in a water bottle, go for a walk outside. It might be hard to go out to a store where there's a lot of people, but being able to safely social distance yourself on a walk with some water for a brief 15 minutes and then coming back to your work day. And so this is, great as well because, as well with water, you can also add a twist, add some fruit, make it some lemonade, any way that you can do to help hydrate yourself to make sure that, you're getting the nutrients that you need. because water is just so important to be able to flush toxins, to be able to help refocus, help you stay focused throughout the day. And it's just ultimately, great for the body. Flushing helps the kidney function as well. Just numerous benefits. I could go on and on. But water breaking is just very important. And then as well, mixing it up. And so this is very great because while you're at home, you have these options, you have the variety. You can mix it up. You can really take this time to really kind of cook and build out your new routine. And so for myself, it was kind of hard for once the gym closed because I was into weightlifting. And so that was, great for me because I was able to weightlift, come home, drink a protein shake, feel good about my day. Well, now that I'm not fully weightlifting, I'm not really needing the same amount of protein intake as I was normally doing. So I started making my own protein bars. And so this is great because with all these different options, you can make it to best fit your best needs. For myself, I'm started to show signs of being gluten-free. And so I really wanted to kind of look into different ways in which I can, still be able to cook, still be able to maintain the stuff that I love, but as well making sure that it's good for my body and still healthy. And so instead of just going out and buying protein bars, let's try to make my own. And here, this is where you can mix it up. There's so many different types of flour, sugar, milks, creams, oils, dressings that this can add just so much repertoire into your creation abilities. And so within the flour, one of the great things I was able to learn was about almond flour. This is a great flour in which it was able to be high in protein, but then as well other nutrients. And so I made a small batch of protein balls with that as well as dates. And so this is and so I was wondering what happens when a child has allergies. And so if a child has allergies, this is where you definitely want to be able to tailor it to best fit those needs. Because with there's so many different types, such as almond flour, tapioca, coconut, that you can find the best ones there won't be any allergic reactions. That's a good one, Anna. Because as well, you want to be very cognizant that as you're mixing things up, everyone's still being safe and healthy. And so as you're exploring these different flours and sugars and incorporating them into your different routines, this is great as well to be able to notice the different health benefits. So what are some of the health benefits of choosing different oils? I was just cooking with olive oil, but I wanted to find out more. What are the health benefits of cooking with avocado oil or even sesame seed? And ultimately it's, it changes the taste, it changes, the different heart benefits, just overall, just so much that as you go about and mix it up, you're going to be able to help provide great nutrients for your body to help make sure that you're your best self. Because remember, we want you to be super every day, all the time. And especially while, you're at home, being safe at home, this is a great time to be able to explore. If it doesn't turn out good, hey, no one has to know. Can't tell you how many meals I cooked, and hey, no one has to know. I guess y'all know now. But I'm just saying, this is a great time to really be able to push those boundaries, to try new habits, and to try new things during this time to stay safe and healthy. And so as well, while you're staying at home, it's also important to also be able to regularly exercise, because when we exercise, we're releasing dopamine and being able to help, our overall mood, our overall focus, our overall attention, as well our body health, being able to stretch, fighting those, being able to go against arthritis, helping with flexibility, blood flow. And so this is why it's important to be like during this time staying at home that you're still making sure that you're able to exercise your body. And so just like cooking, everyone is different. And so everyone's going to have their own needs, own levels. Some use weights, some do not. You can with everything that we're discussing today, you can do this from the comfort of your own home without weights. And I'll be able to provide some helpful tips as well if you like to make it more weighted. For myself, I had to, as I mentioned before, I was going to the gym and was in a weightlifting routine. I had to find some way that I can now work out from home that was still giving me some resistance and allowed me to still feel as if I was growing and that my workouts, were sustainable. And so I was able to use a kettlebell as well a set of resistance bands. But everyone is different. But just knowing that, everyone is different, you can find different ways to best fit, your routine, your schedule. And as well, we all have the access to internet. Google, YouTube, look at the proper ways and methods to do these exercises, so that you're making sure that you're doing this the right, proper way, and you're not going to end up, hurting yourself or stunting your growth. And so these are just a couple of workouts that you can do from home. Of course, the push-ups, sit-ups, that's a great combo. Learned it at an early age. Mountain climbers, cherry pickers, planks, jump rope. I'll send all these to y'all at the very end of the webinar, so you can YouTube and look at the different exercises so you can try at home. But as well, I want to talk about the importance of stretching and yoga as well, because one, everyone is on their own level, but stretching and yoga as well, everyone can do, and it has very healthy benefits. Improving your flexibility, helps improve your heart, and helps lower blood pressure overall, gets your heart going as well. That this is just, a very simple way that you can, set out some time within your day to ensure that you're bettering yourself. Every morning, I like to take about 15 minutes with my pot of coffee, not my pot of coffee, my 1 cup of coffee. And I like to just do a little stretch out on the back balcony as the sun rises. And so this is great. It allows me to get going, start moving, get all, the bed back out of the way. I'm stretched, I'm loose, and I'm really able to start my day. And so this is something that you can do just from your own home. Once again, setting those alarms, set up a 15-minute stretch break within your workday, where just for 15 minutes, you're just sitting down, stretching your legs, your back, arms, shoulders. Or, taking that time to just knock out a quick yoga session, just so that you can realign, focus on the now, bring it back, center, and focus on the tasks that are in front of you. And so this is all stuff that you can all do from home, and as well, does not take a lot of time. You can get a good workout in within 10 minutes. Another, I'll give a suggestion as well. If you have an empty book bag, you can fill it with all those unwanted, either you get mail coming in, old magazines, junk mail. Yeah, that's the word. Junk mail, fill it up. You have a weight right here, throw it on your back. You can start doing lunges, squats, just anything around the house, filling up water bottles for bicep curls. There's just so much that you can do just around your house to make sure that you're staying active, staying engaged. And because it's quite easy to get into that routine of, hey, I'm at home, I can get into a Netflix marathon. And it's quite easy to be like, hey, I'm at home, I don't really want to cook, I want to order takeout since it's easier. But while you're at home, take this time to really grow, benefit, and be able to focus on building these healthy habits, so that once this is done, once you're out and about, you have these habits and you're able to practice and maintain these habits. And so mindfulness. And so what is mindfulness? Mindfulness is focusing on the now, being able to take a deep breath, focusing on your body, what you're feeling, your inner thoughts, and the moment, the present moment. And so, especially for those with ADHD, we understand that you can't simply look at someone with ADHD and say, hey, I want you to practice mindfulness. That's just not how it's going to work. But what you can do is take some moments out your day to really settle in, close your eyes, take deep breaths, and then focus on, what you're feeling, what you're going through, what are your next steps? How are you dealing with the pandemic? How are you have you reached out to close family members, friends, working on those relationships, and just being able to fully center yourself, bring it to a present moment of calm. Even right now, as we're going through this, I have my essential oils next to me, and breathing in deeply, just to fully know that, hey, we're all right here in the now, we're all here learning, and we're all going to be coming out stronger and healthier. And so what's so great about mindfulness is it really helps you be able to center, helps your overall mood, helps you be able to focus, and helps with stress. We know that when we're stressed, we're not our best selves. Those superpowers, they seem to go away. We're easily irritable. Things aren't done on time. We want to procrastinate more. We don't really want to, face, the chickens are going to hatch, but, we have to deal with it. That's what happens when we're stressed. And it takes, it's really good to incorporate this in your daily routine to really take that breath in. Now that you're going to get through this, everything's okay. You're here. And it's a great technique to practice. For myself, this was kind of interesting for me to start incorporating. I live in a city where there's a busy street, a lot of traffic still, due to people who are going to their essential jobs. I started incorporating jazz music, just something soothful, something that I can really shut out the noise of the outside world. So if you're at home with children, your partner is working next to you, can't seem to really get away, put in some headbuds. Just focus on yourself, focus on what you like, what you need to do, and close out that outer world. And so definitely take that time to understand, hey, we're going to get through this. We're going to come out healthier. We're going to come out better. And hey, we're going to ultimately see success. And so staying on track. This is very important because right now, as I mentioned before, we have technology at our fingertips. We have the ability to set different schedules, multiple alarms. And so during this time, try taking out a journal, being able to track down the different things that you would like. For myself, I have a journal I write down, and every night I review my day, the things I wanted to do. Was I able to work out or not? What did I eat? What time I woke up? And so that's how I start my day. And then at the very end, right before bed, I review it. Was I able to get everything done? Okay, what time did I wake up? Do I need to go to bed earlier in order to make sure my tasks are done? Do I have a busy day tomorrow? And so this is a great way to really be able to focus and make sure that you're staying on track. Make a routine, make a schedule. When are you going to cook around the world? On what day? Maybe try a different day each week. Lay it out. Gives the kids or yourself something to look forward to. And then as well, review and change as you need it. How did your workout go? Did you feel the burn? Did you feel as if you were pushed? Do you want to try something new? Maybe look up some new videos. This is where you can really get into that self-regulation to really understand, okay, hey, I didn't have the best of day yesterday. Didn't have a couple of good days yesterday. How can I make sure I get back on track? And so this is really great because, it's very easy to get off track, and especially during this time where there's so much happening. It's very easy to get distracted with stress. This will help you be able to remain calm, remain centered. You'll have everything laid out in front of you, and you'll also be able to maintain that schedule. If you start to notice that you're getting off schedule, you can just make adjustments. And so that is where it's, great, where it will help with those stress levels as well. So you're going to be able to be your best self. And ultimately, you're going to be forming these good habits, these habits that you're, focusing on now, that while you're staying safe at home, they're going to transition into your everyday life afterwards as well, while you're staying on track. And so you're going to really start to be able to see that success transition into your everyday life. And so as well, I want to bring about strengthening your executive function. During this time, we had the ability to focus on our diet. We had the ability to focusing on our, our bodies, be able to exercise. But as well, I want y'all to also take this time to focus on training your executive function. And so the executive function is like the CEO of the brain. It enables us to control our attention, our emotional regulation, our focus, organization, prioritization. You can train your executive function all from the comfort of your own home. And that you can do this by doing different puzzles, playing different board games that focus on strategy, working memory, organization, prioritization, all those things we mentioned before. Different puzzles, as I mentioned before, word finds, Sudokus, word puzzles. As well, you can play online games with your friends to help strengthen your executive function, reading books, listening to different podcasts. There's just so much at your fingertips that while you're staying at home, taking this time to stay safe, that you can better yourself. And so at the end of the day, I'd like to y'all to know that this has been a pleasure. I've loved being able to spend this time with y'all. I'd love to be able to share my experience with ADHD and nutrition, and hopefully that, during this time, that you're feeling safe, feeling, secure, and that you're going to be able to grow from this. And so if y'all have any questions about play attention about what we do and how we're able to help, just type in consult in the chat and we'll schedule your free consultation. And so play attention. We're the number one undisputed ADHD solution that uses neurotechnology as well as with cognitive skill activity and a behavior shaping module to strengthen the executive function. And so if you have any questions or would like to learn more about our program and how we're able to help, or even if you like some health tips as well, just type that below and I would love to be able to help. And then as well, just thank y'all. Thank y'all just so much for staying safe, doing your part, taking the time to spend with me today. And I hope y'all are staying safe. And thank y'all so much. And I would be talking to y'all soon. Alrighty. Bye-bye.